Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Paranormal Reports. I am Ray, as always, and tonight is going to be a deep dive into every topic that I discuss on this channel, from the paranormal to the unexplained, like the UFOs, aliens, ancient history, ancient civilizations, glitches in the Matrix, Mandela effect, everything. Because tonight, you might not know, is the 2-year anniversary of me being on YouTube. I literally started on YouTube first before I started doing TikTok. So, voila, I am here. So yeah, let's let's get the live going, shall we? So, and if you've got any questions throughout, don't worry, I'll give you plenty of time to give me questions and everything. But yeah, welcome in everyone, and that this is going to be interesting, to say the least. So yeah, right. So, what topic shall I delve into? Because there's going to be a lot of delving into stuff tonight. Shall we talk about something that is very dear to our hearts, and that is the UK? So I have found a video that was earlier today from an abandoned urban explorer or something, or urbex explorer, whatever you call them. Well, I'll say urban explorer. And it's crazy because he investigated like a metal grate near the channel, not the channel, but near the cliffs of a place. And when he looked under there, it was amazing what he saw. But shall we start with that? And then we can, then you can, then we can take it into whatever direction we want. But yeah, 2 years on this platform. So yeah, let's make this year the best one ever, shall we? Let's do my dad proud. Hello, Tim. Right. So I'll get that video up. So it's on. It's kind of interesting though to think about this one. Um, right. Let's have a look, shall we? Where did I see it? It was on. Know what channel it was on? Why not channel? What page? Um, I'm loving it. Right. So, anyways, how is everyone today? Good, good. Let's hope we can get to do this. Right. I can't believe it. 2 years on. I can imagine. 2 years though on here. Time flies on it. Right.
swallow.
Yeah, this was how I first started. That's what I want. That's why I wanted people to come in tonight to celebrate with me. Hopefully we can get them in, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I started on here then before I went on to TikTok. Hello everyone who's just tuning in. Sorry for the delay, everyone. It says I'm just trying to find this video because I just had it on my phone, but it's trying to find it on computer, which is a different kettle of fish. You know what I mean? But yeah, 2-year anniversary on YouTube, which is crazy. So yeah, like I said, let me know what if you've got any questions about any topics and that. Yeah. Hopefully this year, like I said, I can do my dad proud and we can get a good solid community behind us. And that. Because yeah, that's all I want. I just want people who enjoy what I do. Went. Right, I haven't found the one that I've got on my phone, but I will show you there was another one though, everyone. Right. Why is this under central London, everyone?
The old beds. New barcodes on each bed, you know, like already like planning. Why would you have that? Oh, these are single beds, maybe for the kids. That's mental though, it's just that one door that takes you right down here to this basement. Oh, these beds again. Ah, this is crazy, man, to think that we're literally under central London right now. Oh, mate, this is like a separate dormitory.
This is under central London. I told you I don't find.
And that much, I think this could be little babies' beds. Smaller kids, look. Look at the old beds.
Look.
New barcode.
And new barcodes. Look. They're not rusted barcodes. Or torn barcodes. Or, yeah. Look. Look. New lighting as well, look.
It's on each bed, you know, like already.
Look. And people are saying it's for the archive stuff. I'll stop the music for a minute. So if you've got any questions in the chat, everyone, feel free to put them down. But yeah. That is under, like I said, that is under central London, everyone. I mean, there is literally so much. Like I literally spoke about something on in central London a few days, like a few weeks back. I mean, and I talked about oh, what was it I talked about? I think it was something abandoned. Hang on, let me have a look at my channel list, everyone. On my channel list, my channel content. Hang on. And I'll explain you which I was. So if you want to go watch it, which I hope you go do watch all my videos. But what I spoke about was, there you go. It was right about um well, that is an interesting question because literally, like I said, I'm talked about something to do usually with underground and that before. I'm just trying to find so you can know where I'm going to be pointing at. Um, there you go. It was in June last year. No one liked the video, but it's only put under the conspiracy nexus, episode 27 to be precise. There was there's secret poison labs under London. I'll say that secret poison labs from the Cold War under London still. And hello everyone who's just tuning in. Come in and say hello if you're new here, or if you're just I know you know. But yeah, what I will say, everyone, like Tim said earlier in the chat, don't forget to do this for me. Like, subscribe, please, and turn the notification bell on because you don't want to miss any of this. But yeah, I literally spoke about unpoisoned labs under London. There is so much, you know. Like, um, where was it? Um, can't remember which one it is, Tim, or anyone else who's watching on catch up or on live. Hello, come in, say hello. Let me know who you are. If you're new, if you're, you know what I mean. But yeah, um, it's kind of crazy to think about that. But there's a station. I can't remember which one it is though. But it's like there's stuff under it. Like it's crazy. But what I will say, I know not you, Tim. I'm talking about lovers. Is there any new ones coming through? Um, um, where are we? If you want, I can try and get some more information up about Central London in later and that. But there's like whole world of things. This guy has uncovered a lot of things. That guy.
This is a hideaway.
No. If you want, I can find you another one that intrigued me. Hang on, because this is nuts. Hang on. All right. Where are we? Where are we? You know me, I don't find boring stuff, everyone. Right. Where did I see the video? He's doing on a fluent PC then on a thingy. But then I've got to show some paranormal evidence because it's crazy because it's on my Edmod's brother's channel. And when I do the blessing to show it, so make sure you check them out. But
We are heading.
now this is the second part of it. Yeah, well, the first part. This is the bit that I was on about with you, everyone. Right.
Underneath London, which we thought was disused tunnels, and when we got there we were in shock seeing new LED lighting.
Look.
Is the government planning something that we don't know? Is World War III closer than we think? This old lift shaft goes all the way through the middle, bro. Silent relation system.
Look.
Oh wow, look at that. It's all still connected. Yeah, it's a mercury generator. It's amazing how it's still got power. I'm not being funny, man, but she's just going for like terrorism stuff. Look at the old beds. New barcodes on each bed, you know, like already like planning. Why would you have them? Oh, these are single beds, maybe for the kids. You know, like the keep. No, not being rude, but you know, like
Yeah.
And
People will obviously say that it's archived and
who's coming down here,
it's not nothing to it.
It's just that one door that takes
But
right down here to this place, bro.
even then, why ain't it been closed up?
All the people down here, the families. That's the noise down here going off up above. And knowing we can't leave down here, this is where you got to stay. Spend your life down here. Wow, look.
Exactly.
Have you seen all the beds?
Look.
Tell you what, you can easily get lost down here, man. Oh, these beds again. that. This is crazy, man. To think that
It's all down central London.
Right now. What are they planning?
The lines that extinguishes, switch panels, switch rooms.
Look.
Is there any dates on these when it was last checked? I mean, that's saying 1986. That was last service. But then,
Look.
22nd and 2nd, 04, 08 there. Some entertainment down here, I guess. I'll put that back under there so it's kept safe. Shh. So creepy, bro. Look at the old
Look.
drinks thing. I'm guessing that's for drink, yeah. This is one of the old ones. Look, drinking water. It's literally trains above us. Oh. Why is
Look.
this room all lit up?
New lighting and all it looks like.
I haven't seen any toilet areas yet, but I'm guessing obviously there will be. It's gone. Like that opening his door. Oh mate, this is like a separate dormitory. What is this about? And look, Marge, I think this could be little babies' beds. Smaller kids, look. What's that? Cap and all. Do not touch switches. And Vault 8, what the hell is this? Oh, this is maybe
Vault 8, look.
or something.
What else do we know that as Vault? And it's in a popular video game.
There's another lift shaft. Shh. Now, why is the ventilation on still?
Yeah, why is the ventilation on still down there? Look.
This is what. Right. Especially going right past that, man. Hopefully in our generation or any other generation after this don't have to experience living down these places. Hey. Get us out. So 30, 45, 60. It just keeps going. The banister is completely gone. We are heading under.
Isn't it nuts? And then we get told, nah. And they're like, no. Crazy. It is. I mean, we're really told we're the crazy ones. I mean, that is the crazy part. It is nuts. Maybe. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest that to be fucked. But, right. Now we'll go from that, right, to saying that it is crazy as well, in the paranormal sense, though. So, yeah, I do remember that, Tim. Well, remember we never had a system like America does, with like Amber Alerts and that, but then all of a sudden our government was like, rushing us to go and put get the alerts done so they were on our phones. Yet we had never ever had a system like that. We also think about it. In all our time, we've never had a system like that. But then all of a sudden, apparently it's for tornadoes, hurricanes, stuff like earthquakes. Yeah, so by all the time that we've had phones in this country, you never wanted to do it. But now all of a sudden you want to put it on our phones. Funny, isn't it? Literally. But if you think about it, we've never had it like that though. We've had, I know our threat levels are high, but severe. But when you think about it, America has that Amber Alert thing on their phone for missing kids, whatever, all that kind of stuff. We've basically never wanted it in this country because don't know why, but we never ever thought about it. Then all of a sudden, one day, our government comes out and goes, "Oh, we're basically going to be developing an app about developing an emergency alerts for your phone now because we want you to be safe." America brought them out first, but it took you over 20 odd years or 30 years to want to do them on our phones. Wake up, people. What else going on? And hello, anyone who's just tuning in. Right. Now we're going to go on to Random Madness. Like I said, my Ed Mod's brother's channel. And that. Because he caught something that is unexplained, so to speak. Alright? In a Welsh church. I know you haven't met anyone. If you're just tuning in, please let me know if you're watching. And that. And if you've got any questions. Right, so I've got to find the part. Right. Obviously, I'll leave these channel in the description so you can see it, so you can go over and catch it yourself. But I don't remember where it is. I don't want to get it wrong, Right. Get ready. I'll play in normal motion, everyone, and then we'll put in slow motion. So when he comes here. Right. That was quick, but did you see it? No, I'll put it on slow motion. So now slow motion. You're basically in a right ballpark there, Tim. Right. So Brian comes up to the door. Right. There's a. What's that? What's that black shadow? But it can't be Brian. Look, you'd see it still. So what the hell's that? You don't know where I'm looking, everyone. Right here. And there's something here which we also called when we were editing when he was editing it one day, but that I can't do yet because I've got to download video and or get original video source. But that dark shadow figure, everyone. That's not great, is it? In a church as well. But look how quick it goes. If that's his shadow, our shadows don't normally go as quick as that. But you look. When have you seen one of our shadows move as quickly as that? Like, this is the perfect angle. You'd see his shadow. Look. Brian's. And there's nothing. He goes back there later on in the video and that. And there's nothing there. So what the hell's that? Everyone. Isn't that crazy? Like, how crazy does that shadow move? Did you look? Like, is he just here, look? And he's already moving, look. He's not even fully there yet, so it wouldn't be his shadow. Nuts, isn't it? It is. Right. Now, can be crazy. Right? Now I've got a question for you. Right? When do you think the earliest sighting of a UFO was in England or the UK? Without Googling. The earliest UFO sighting in the UK or no, was in southwest England in 1113. So the 12th century. And it was the religious pilgrims that reported seeing a glowing fire belching dragon emerge from the sea, flying into the air and disappearing into the sky. Yes, 1113, Tim. And then we didn't see any activity until 1254, 1290, even though that was an alt. But yeah, 1254 was the next time something happened. But 1113 was the first time. It is. Hang on a minute. Oh, did ya? What for? Spam? Hmm. Weird. Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it? Anyways, yeah, but it might be a thing you'll ask, like, wondering why I said 1113 and the UFO signs, right? Because, hang on, I'll tell you now. Hello, Jen. How you doing, sweetheart? Right. You, um, basically, I'm all right. We've just been having a doing interesting topic, ain't we, Tim? Two interesting things. Do you want to give Jen a quick recap in the chat, Tim? While I try and find what I was going to look for. But yeah, right. Did. Right. Yeah, but why have they done it? You know, why have they done it all of a sudden, you know? Right. We did. Right. So yeah, you're probably wondering why I asked about 1113, well, 1112, 1113, right? Well, yeah, 1113, I was right. 1113, right? Because since that, right, probably wondering why I asked that. Since 1113 to this modern day, that's all the modern sightings of UFOs or unexplained phenomena in the sky in the UK alone. Literally. Um, it's hard to work out the total, bro, because this is just worldwide. Put it this way, though. America has 224,000 sightings. We have about 20,000. Well, we have 8.01k. I mean, 8.01k we have. Pillow doesn't count him. But yeah, 224,000 Americas. We have just over 8k. 8k in the UK are unclaimed phenomenon in the skies. And this is from everywhere. Like, hang on. Here we go. I'll tell you something. Yeah, hang on. Um, let's see if I can find one from lately. Hang on. Give me a second. Pretty much on this website, they're talking about it. Well, not website, an app. This app is free to everyone. Right, here you go. Here's an unexplained one. Right. I'll give you an unexplained one. Right. Hang on. 11th of January 2000. No, this is, you tell me, right? Walking on the bowling lake and very bright light, Massive was in one place, in that like a helicopter, and through the camera seemed to split into two. Right, this was bright, massive light splits in Nottingham in 2024. Right, look, what the fuck is that? Literally. Some obviously don't have pictures and shit, right? But this was taken last year, right? 10th of June 2025 at 6 p.m. This was put on, right? This was in Nottingham as well, right? Here you go. Also, this was taken in Derby last year. This photo. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. This was taken in Derby. Yeah, that's how down the road from me. Yeah. Just down the road from me. Right? Literally. Honestly, if you're intrigued by UFOs, everyone, go get this app and go look for yourself around everywhere. Look, yeah, I'm near Chesterfield. This is in Ashbourne, 2024. Look, that's where a cam would be, but yeah, there would probably be some in Wales. Hang on. What area? Any area in particular, Jen? There is something in Boldover because that's where I live. Cardiff, right? That's Swansea. There you go. August the 21st last year. Hang on. Hang on. We want a bit more for you. No, it's only pulsating blue. There you go. There's something pulsating blue on that one. This was 2024. Come on. Look in the background. Look. Can you see that? You know what I'm saying? If you're into the UFO phenomenons, I'd recommend getting this app, everyone. Right. It's called Enigma. Right. This is real. There you go. That is it, Tim. Look. Look at that. Look at that. That's in real. Am I joking, Tim? Enigma. I know. He came back as an app. Bless him. Yeah. But yeah, I'd recommend going and look at it for yourself. Because it is crazy. It is. He's probably maybe helping me try and get an established following, isn't he? But yeah, go get it. I recommend it. And look everywhere. That's what I'm saying. There's over 8,000 sightings in the UK, but no one takes any. No, none of the news stations, none of government look at it. True. But yeah, none of the news stations have covered any of them sightings. Not even newspapers. Because I looked for, when I come across some of the app on the app, some of the things. I searched it on Google the day when the time was taking place. Not even local newspapers have covered it. Excuse me. So why is that? Because you'd have seen some of the footage. I'll let you think on that. I'll let you think on that. If they're so hell bent on telling the truth, the press, why not cover them? That's a question for you all. I said, and I know everyone who's just tuning in, I said, if the press are so hell bent on telling the truth, and local news stations and TV channels and that want to give us the better like version of themselves and the clear picture, why are they showing stuff like that? Why is it that nothing was ever found on, like, if I looked at that Nottingham thing, nothing on Nottingham's newspapers or local newspapers document UFO sightings. Yeah, Enigma has all them. It's crazy. Yeah, because they're not helicopters. They're nothing. When you have a look for yourself, Jen, and that's fine, Jen. But yeah, when you have a look at it yourselves, have a look. You'll see there's tons of them. Some of them you ain't even heard about, like I just showed you. And there's over 8,000 in this country unsighted, unexplained phenomenon, as you just saw. America has 220 odd. America. Maybe, but again, if you're going to put pressure on everything, you'd be like, maybe they don't even want to do it because in case it's like, well, the public opinion, oh God, we're going to get attacked by aliens. Maybe it's that, but at the end of the day, you'd want to say, you'd want to like explain if you're into that field or you're a reporter who is into that kind of unexplained stuff, you know. Yeah, but then the drone sign thing gets too old. There's only so much you can take drone sightings for everyone. It's like when the army or navy, no, it's like when the navy goes out, right? And they go, oh, what were you doing in enemy shores last night? Oh, we were just doing missile testing. And then went bad. It was just missile testing. You know what I mean? Oh, the wild people's gonna be like, yeah, bruh, really? Yeah, missile testing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe, but if they look at the app, they know there was over 8,000 reports. They could question any of them. No, no. I'm just saying, I know it could thing, but at the end of the day, you don't know unless you try, do you? So, probably a lot, Jen. It's like when you think about it with Point Pleasant in America, the famous place for Mothman. Men in Black turned up, didn't they? When anyone died, and that, then they got told to go back to their normal lives. Forget everything they ever saw. You know what I mean? By the town never. They blew him for a monument of Doom Mothman. So, you know. Area 51 definitely has aliens. There is a clip I saw. If you want to get it up, I can get it up. But there's a clip that someone explains that there's a lot of stuff in Area 51 that we don't know about, and he used to work there. If you want, I can get it up. Not only is Area 51, but there's also another place. I think it's of California or something, but there's only a thing that it's weird. But yeah, if you want to get up any clips on that, I'll show you some that I've found very interesting over the years. And while I get away your answer, if you want to see them clips, everyone, this is another Q&A part of the show where you can ask me anything you want in the comments. Or in the chat. Tell me about anything, from Mandela effects to glitches in the Matrix to anything. Yeah, I'll try and get some. I'll get some clips up for you'll see what. Um. Um. You downloaded the app. I wonder where you got to, but yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, the Q&A session is here. So if you want to ask me a question about any of my topics, feel free. Like I said, right. So there is Tim. Yeah. Right. Right. Who's heard of Sean Ryan? While you're thinking of questions to ask me, who's heard of Sean Ryan? Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan. True, Jen. Well, you're going to be in him, right? He's had some good guests in the past, and I'll open your world up to someone who I find fascinating, Billy Carson. He is amazing, but for now, you listen to this, everyone, and tell me that this ain't suspicious. And this is in America as well, by the way. If you can't hear it, let me know. But here you go.
Utah, which is there's a DUM there, deep underground military base, that's very much involved with this issue, and there are assets there, man-made, anti-gravity, very advanced aircraft. That we, have. I have people who have been there who've seen them come up at night and move out. There'd be huge black triangles, and those are ours, by the way. Now there are some extraterrestrial ones that are similar. So if you can envision this, almost any airfoil or superstructure that they've observed that's of an extraterrestrial origin, they've been able to create, let's say, copycat or similar. So this makes this very confusing, and unfortunately opens up the possibility of a number of false flag, or what Pentagon called deceptive indications and warnings operations, or false flag operations.
No, you can't hear it. Oh no, you don't know about him. But yeah, you heard that. But yeah, that ain't Sean Ryan, by the way. That's someone he was interviewing. What do you think of that then? Utah. That's Utah. Oh, who doesn't like tango though? Come on. Who doesn't like tango? Of course. But yeah, here you go.
Utah, which is there's a DUM there, deep underground military base, that's very much involved with this issue, and there are assets there, man-made, anti-gravity, very advanced aircraft. That we, have. I have people who have been there who've seen them come up at night and move out. There'd be huge black triangles, and those are ours, by the way. Now there are some extraterrestrial ones that are similar. So if you can envision this, almost any airfoil or superstructure that they've observed that's of an extraterrestrial origin, they've been able to create, let's say, copycat or similar. So this makes this very confusing, and unfortunately opens up the possibility of a number of false flag, or what Pentagon called deceptive indications and warnings operations, or false flag operations.
Yeah, he did. He did indeed. Right? Yeah. Right. Right. Now, here he is again. This is Dr. Greer again. Right. What Godzilla clipped him? Right. I'll stop that in a second. But yeah, watch this, right? And I'll get Godzilla. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Right.
You decided to jump in, did you?
Well, it had something to do with, we were talking about false flags.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that,
Right.
but
I'll
it's a
try,
red flag. So,
I'll try and find
So
it.
they're really
No.
so before you play this clip, I'm going to show my screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. It's a very, very quick clip.
Yeah.
It's a very quick clip if I can find it.
Yeah, that's fine. Hang on. Do that.
Should be about 30 seconds long or something. I think it was Godzilla.
What's that, Jen? Why do you think in movies UFO are circle? UFOs are circle. Probably because it's I think that's what you mean. I think it's because of what they Roswell kind of framed it like that, so it's like, you know. But we should realize that they're advanced like us in a way, but more advanced than him.
Oh my god, the clip's not even on YouTube now. Where is it? Oh, you are kidding me.
This is weird, isn't it?
Right, hang on. Let me put in Godzilla news report. It's the one with Matthew Broderick in it.
Yeah.
But the clips now suddenly, all of it's disappeared. How fucking odd.
Hang on, I've got an idea. No, somewhere in my could be.
It could be on Daily Motion actually. Let me try Daily Motion.
Yeah, you try it and I'll try it here.
Try Daily Motion.
Oh, hang on. That's not it.
Let me go. I need to go to my extensions. Hold on a sec. Where's my ad blocker? I need to turn the ad blocker off now. Let me just turn that off.
Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. Feel free to ask any other questions, Jen.
Right, here we go. Hold on. Right, okay. See if it's on that. Is it the actual Godzilla movie? That's actually better. If it's the actual full movie. It doesn't look like it's the right one. Right, no, so it's not that one. Fuck's sake. Wow. Have you found it? Have you found it, Ray?
No. They're not even on TikTok either.
Wow.
The only thing about Godzilla News Report when I put it in is about opening the Strait of Hormuz or whatever.
I'm going to think of it. I need a
Hang on, Godzilla.
Well, basically, the movie clip basically said we're here at the. It was a very, very quick news report, right? But it's in the 1998 Godzilla movie, the one with Matthew Broderick in.
Yeah.
And you see him fly over in the helicopter.
Yeah.
And the news report says we're here at the World Trade Center. Destruction or demolition of the World Trade Center, which was the Twin Towers, in 1998. 1, 2, 3 years beforehand.
Yes.
So when you said false flag, this was in relation, but it's more of what they call a red flag.
Yeah.
Or it's a green flag. So you got false flag, red flag. So false flag is when it's military, like an operation.
Mm-hmm.
And red flag is essentially where they've basically told you what's going to happen and then following through with the plan afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. Or it might just be the same thing. We're just like, here's the programming. Now we're going to do our tests. Now this is the red flag. We're actually going to follow through with it. And then just reset the cycle all over again. Strange how clips have disappeared off YouTube all of a sudden. All of them.
Hang on, I'm just checking something. I'm running a poll as well. So
absolute madness is this.
I'll put it there.
Yeah, Charles Kamen. Yeah, that's it.
Hang on, where are we? Oh, hang on.
Oh, here. Yeah, okay.
Well, you found it?
I haven't found it, but there's a little clip. No, this is a little, right, okay. Might not be the same clip, but this is what we mean by false flag as well. This is another sort of example of it, but not in terms of we're going to have aircraft that's based on any UFOs we spotted. Rather, it's more to do with. I'll just show you. Let me we'll let the Simpsons kind of take it away here. There's probably other cartoons too, but here we are. All right then, can you all see that?
No, I'm going to film now for you.
Okay, wicked. Can we all see that now?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, here we go. You already see it straight away there, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Anybody see that? Jen? See that, right? How odd.
Special Super Sitter fare? $9? This one's on me.
Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this one. Oh. It's the blip.
Yeah.
What happened? What was that blip all about? What was that blip? Was that part of the same thing?
I think it was a near enough similar, weren't it?
Yeah, I don't reckon it was. It's basically that. Oh, Hindenburg.
Yeah,
When
Hindenburg
did that happen?
disaster.
When did the Hindenburg happen?
Oh, that happened in the war, didn't it? I believe.
Ah,
Or
yeah.
just
So it's,
after.
so it's
In the,
Hindenburg disaster reference. Okay.
yeah, May the 6th, 1937, a couple of years before the war.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, I'd have a look carefully. Don't they look strikingly similar?
Yeah.
So you've got Hindenburg disaster over there, which no idea why that's that, and then you've got this.
Because that's in New York, basically.
The
And
towers.
New Jersey, but you know.
Just looks like the towers. How odd. Let's have a look at this one. Family Guy, year 2000. So bang on millennium. Still a year beforehand.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this.
Bonbons play. Let's hope Osama bin Laden doesn't know show tunes. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? How many boys? How many girls? Wait and see.
1978.
Okay, 1978. Are you kidding me? That's 1978. Right, okay. Remember what I said to her. Remember what I said to you. Right?
Yeah.
If it happens twice, if it happens once or twice, it's a coincidence. If it happens any more than that, it's a pattern. You've got it. Simpsons several times. We've got it in
Family
this
Guy.
random several times. We've got Godzilla.
This one.
Also
Yeah,
trading places. There's also
Yeah.
trading places. There's Back to the Future, and there's several references to it in there. And then we also have it, I think, in Rugrats in Paris. I think that was in the year 2000, something like that. There's a reference to it in that too. So that's 5, 6. Yeah, it's now a pattern now at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just a coincidence anymore. So there is a pattern to it. There's some level of modicum of truth. Right.
The of doom is about to begin its reign of terror.
Have a look at. Oh,
There's Rugrats.
talk about Rugrats in Paris. What did I just say? I said Rugrats in Paris. Check this out. Check the direction of the plane. Right, here we go. Hold up.
Yeah.
20 and a 9/11 emergency surgical.
And in 902.
Hold on. Oh, there. It's that.
Yeah.
It's these two buildings here.
Yeah.
There, look. It's these two. Look, there's two there. And it had something to do with, they were putting it together and they were like, check the direction of the plane, and then when you have a look at the actual news reports, they're flying in the same direction. But look, you've got one,
Maybe
two.
Jen.
That's not in Paris though. There isn't like I don't think there's a twin building like that. They've done that on purpose or done it by design or something. But anyway. Yeah, it's got those two, but yeah, okay. Right. So it's
9/11 and a 9/11 emergency surgical kit with working stethoscope.
Oh.
Oh. I didn't realise they was in that.
Hang on a minute. What is that? Why would they put 911 randomly in there? That's such an offhand. It's so offhand. It makes you go, wait, that's really strange. Oh dear.
Make sure you do the poll, everyone. You can just turn it up.
Gangway!
Oh, hello. There it is again. Oh. Strange. It's also in Disney's Sabrina Teenage Witch in the year 2000, the year before. And how odd.
For your information, it was rich
Oh,
in
a few months
symbolism.
before.
This was a few months beforehand. Yeah, so this would
Yeah.
have been a few months beforehand. So it was 11th of September, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so this is in April 27th.
Was rich and bored me to death.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Oh, it says coming soon.
you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Well, you're stupider.
No, you're...
Oh, look at that. Coming
Oh.
soon. Oh, coming soon. Ah, how odd. There we go.
Fantastic
So
Four.
1994, this one, guys. This
Fantastic Four.
is yet
Marvel.
another one. So we've got Johnny Bravo, we've got Simpsons, we've got
Now Marvel.
Rugrats, we've had Rugrats in Paris, we've had Super Friends in 1978.
Godzilla.
We've now got Fantastic Four, Godzilla. Yeah, the list is endless. It's been happening in front of our eyes all this time as well. Yeah.
And again, Iron Man.
Five warplanes sighted heading for New York City.
Oh, Iron Man 1994. Another.
Our detection system shows nothing. Mayday! Mayday! New York is under attack! Intercept and destroy!
Predictive program.
A force field is shielding the warplane. It's getting through.
Oh dear.
Stop.
Same episode.
And this is in the same episode.
We will now strike at the heart of American defense and destroy the Pentagon.
Oh, Pentagon. The Pentagon attack.
I know. I want to talk about that one in this
Are you
field.
Gone with one swift
If anyone doesn't know what the Pentagon was relating to, everyone, it's because the Pentagon was also attacked on the same day as the Twin Towers, but apparently that never happened. And yet there's photos of the blue inside of the Pentagon being collapsed in and burning.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump up and show everyone that. That was don't sit there and tell me now, right? I can't have anybody who didn't who weren't open to this before. I can't have anybody sitting there now telling me, "Oh, that's crazy." No. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at this then. Yeah.
So the really sensitive facilities are all in underground skiffs or DUMBs, deep underground military base facilities. That whole area of California is like a beehive connected underneath with tunnels. I know where they are. I know people who've worked in them. So you'd have a connecting tunnel between, say, Edwards Air Force Base and Nellis Range. And you never have to go above the surface. So the really sensitive facility.
What does that say? You never have to go above. Hang on, you're mute, Tim.
Just play the clip once more.
Facilities are all in a connecting tunnel between, say, Edwards Air Force Base and Nellis Range.
Oh, is it? Could we play it back from the start? Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
And you never have to go above the surface. So the really sensitive facilities are all in underground skiffs or DUMBs, deep underground military base facilities. That whole area of California is like a beehive connected underneath with tunnels. I know where they are. I know people who've worked in them. So you'd have a connecting tunnel between, say, Edwards Air Force Base and Nellis Range. And you never have to go above the surface. So the really...
Why would you never have to go above the surface? Why would you never have to go above the surface, eh?
I don't actually know what they mean by that.
What do you mean?
I don't. Why would they never need to go above the surface? Again, I'm not.
That's what I was getting. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, why? Hang on, let's have a quick look at something. So I'll tell you Edwards Air Force Base and Nellis Range. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. Look where these are. North of Los Angeles, near Las Vegas.
Or is in the Air Force Base?
Yeah, look. Edwards Air Force Base, look. Just out of the north of LA. Nellis, Las Vegas.
I don't know if that means anything, though, to be fair.
You would never have to go above ground. Area 51 is in Nevada, isn't it? So
Kind of, yeah.
So if you don't want anyone knowing what you're doing, you could go underground, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I think that's what it is, yeah. I think that's what it might be. I think that's what we might be referring to, Jed. Like, kind of just sort of set up underground.
Yeah.
So they can hide. So you can hide. You can hide a lot of things if you're doing everything underground. There's probably all sorts happening down below that we don't know about. Something to think about.
Well, this was on Tucker Carlson as well. This one. You don't know who Tucker Carlson is. He's famous as well.
The underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more.
In the United States?
In the United States, and all over the world. From 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Slayer Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. We systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess, this is totally a guess, of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170 with a transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
If you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, the underground base and
near extinction event, right? We're talking about like a
MB.
What does she mean by that?
Nuclear bomb.
Oh, like a mad situation, mutually assured destruction.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, a nuclear bomb would wipe everyone out, wouldn't it?
Funnily enough, right, I've got a funny story about that. I guess it's not a funny story, but
it's funny, isn't it? 170 they documented apparently them two around the United States. That they've been doing with some of them have been part of their national security stuff, but some of them have not been documented. So what's been going on around our own eyes? In the UK.
I can't remember who said it to me once. I had a teacher. I think it was during my apprenticeship when I was 18. And I can specifically remember.
Thanks, Jen.
He said this is a joke, I think, right?
But
I think he said it as a joke.
But there's a bit of seriousness.
But there's some truth behind it, I think. So you talk about MB. I've talked about MAD. The reason I said MAD was there was an implication when I was 18. So we're talking, 16 years ago, something like that. Yeah. About 16 years ago, right? About 16, let's give or take. I can't do. I'm not doing any quick math. Bollocks. 16, 17, 15 years.
Nearly 20 years ago. Just say that.
Yeah. So I had a teacher basically said if there was ever a situation these days, sort of in the modern world now, it wasn't really modern, but it was before all the talk of all of this happening. Said if we ever got to a situation in the world where, you know, a war was declared, like a third world war, that would be it for every single country in the world. It'd be done. The whole lot would just go to kaput. It says this would be known as MAD. And I was like, teach, what does MAD mean? Oh, it stands for mutually assured destruction. This is what do you mean by mutually assured? It says, yeah, there's a lot of nuclear weapons that we don't know about. There are reports, but then, of course, there are what's not reported or hasn't been reported, whatever the case may be. It says there's enough NBs and enough let's call them NWs, right? NWs, right? There's enough NWs in the whole world right now to cause a... And I was like, right, okay, tell me a little bit more. It says, have you heard about something called the dead man switch? And I was like, what? Well, the dead man switch is something the Russian was like, so it's something in Russia. If they get enough of a notice that there's NWs approaching, there's a little, it's basically a dead man switch, and it requires two operators, two keys to be inserted at the same time, to be turned, then punch in a few codes, write in a few bits of passwords, whatever you want to call it. And once that process then starts, once they've got the codes in, it can't be reversed and it can't be stopped. So what will then happen? So do all of the codes, walk away, and then that's it. Everything will just, every single NW and every single NM will just release into the sky and go wipe everything out. They can't start once they start the process, they can't turn it off. Have a look at the dead man switch. Have a look at dead man switch, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Just have a look. Just look into the dead man switch. Okay, I think that in Moscow. I think it's in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and it's kind of dotted in and around the country. But yeah.
Well,
mad rabbit hole is this? But yeah,
it is a mad one. But that's
linked into each other, isn't it?
Well, I was talking to you about Billy Carson. Always, that is one of the reasons why I started this channel, and everyone will know when they go back through my videos. But because obviously I never had the audio playing right then, I was just new, so obviously, meh. Antarctica has been a big subject that I've talked about recently, and that's opened, and because obviously you opened your mind up because you're like Antarctica, weren't you, Tim? This is one of the reasons why Antarctica is hiding more than we think, everyone. Have a listen to this.
Oh, the Antarctica thing. Yeah.
I took a remote viewing course with Major Ed Dames, Project Stargate, former CIA, United States. And he told me that there's beings that have easy and free access to come and go as they please from Antarctica. And he says they come and go as they please because nobody can stop them. I took a remote viewing course with...
Was that the clip?
That's some of it, but yeah, there's more to it. But I need to find more of it. But yeah, Antarctica is the one. That's one of the reasons.
So fucking it.
I'm gonna try and find more, but yeah,
that's just what we need. We just need more of these clips.
Yeah. So if anyone's forgot anything, then put them in my
Yeah, if I come across any, I'll post them through as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Hang on, but yeah, hang on. Right. Do you know about the Book of Enoch, anyone?
Book of Enoch, oof. Now you're talking.
Yeah. Have you heard of that, Tim?
Kind of speaking my language a little bit there. When we say the Book of Enoch, are we talking about like Enoch Powell?
No.
or
The Book of Enoch, as in what's not in the Bible.
yeah.
Right, Jen, this is going to open your mind up then, because I think Tim knows a little bit about this. Look at this short clip.
The Book of Enoch, powerful book. You know that Enoch was a real powerful man because he's talked about in the Bible, yet his book is not in the Bible.
Yeah.
It was left out by accident on purpose. And the reason why is because he's talking about, and he calls these beings by their names, beings that were not from Earth, that came here from up above and engaged mankind. They taught us how to build weapons. They taught us about perfume and makeup. They taught us how to make jewelry and beer and all this other crazy stuff, right? So these beings were physical, corporeal beings. The book of...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is the Enoch, everyone.
Oh. Oh dear. Nope. Yeah, that's enough internet for today, I think. I think that's enough of life too, I think, as well. It's a bit of a mad one out there, isn't it, peeps?
And then also, let's see if I can get Antarctica on, and then you'll see.
Nice world's mad. This world
Right, here you go.
Mad.
This is a 2-minute clip. This is a 2-minute clip, everyone, of Antarctica.
Antarctica has a lot of lore going all the way back to Admiral Byrd.
Yes.
Admiral Byrd, one of the highest decorated admirals in the history of the United States.
This is the guy I was telling you about, Tim, who found the underground thing. You'll hear it.
Went down there with a fleet of Navy vessels to find out what the heck was going on with the Germans down there in New Schwabenland, a place they called New Schwabenland. When they got down there, they were met by these flying objects, according to Admiral Byrd. And he says, we have a new enemy, one that can fly from pole to pole with extreme speed. And not only could it fly from pole to pole, it destroyed some of his Navy vessels and sent him limping back home with his tail between his legs. Now we have research bases in Antarctica, and I produced a TV show called The Secrets of Antarctica by Brad Olson. Brad Olson actually went to Antarctica, got permission to go on land. Very hard to get there, and to get on land is even more incredible. Those research bases are around this area where there's an opening. That opening has about 30-meter wide opening where supposedly there are people in there. Buzz Aldrin went down there years ago, and all the leaders of the world were going to visit this opening. For what? What's in this hole? Well, Buzz Aldrin made a very cryptic tweet saying that the people in there are evil and we're facing the ultimate evil, something to that effect. He tweeted it, and it went viral, and it got screenshot and copied, and you can probably Google the tweet and find it and add it to this podcast. And then they rushed him out of there and said, oh, we had to fly him out. He had a heart attack or something. Okay. First of all, to get air support in that location is extremely difficult. But obviously they just wanted to get him out of there because what he saw spooked him so bad, he wanted no parts of it. Antarctica has pyramids. Yeah. Antarctica has remnants of ancient technology and ancient civilization underneath that ice. And the ice is...
Oh boy.
And so that's why they're down there. They're getting their hands on tech, ancient tech, that they can then reverse engineer and monetize it and even weaponize it.
Jesus.
There you go. That's Antarctica.
Any more weird and wacky, wonderful, Ray? Other than the fact of finding out we're not too far away from each other as well, which was a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what do you think of that, Jen? You're still watching? Anyone else?
That's all I'm going to say to it. Mind
blown.
Mind.
Oh my fuck.
Wait. I got a perfect sound effect for this. My mind has been jacked.
Literally.
Fuck this game. Fuck this game.
Literally.
I'm hoping this has. I'm hoping this doesn't have any. Wait.
Hello. Welcome to the Angry Joe Show. I am sorry about this, but my mind is jacked.
My mind has been jacked. But wait, I've got to play the end clip of that. Just to really push home how I feel.
After about 6 hours of playing,
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store. Pre-look. Stay as far away as possible. My final verdict for mine jack is a 1 out of 10. The lowest of low. Now if you will excuse me, I need to fart.
Yeah, that's how my brain looks.
That felt good.
Yeah. Right.
I made a doo-doo in my pants, but that would still be better to play within this game.
Right. The Black Knight satellite.
But anyway.
You remember me talking about that?
I do recognise this lad, though. I have seen him before.
He is amazing. But yeah, if anyone has got any questions, the Q&A bit's still up, so feel free to ask questions. But yeah, I talked about the Black Knight satellite on that quiz the other day.
Think so, yeah.
And then I got you the picture up. That thing.
Yeah, that thing, yeah. The one that looked like a thermal blanket.
Yeah.
That thing. He didn't even know how to get a polar orbit orbiting from pole to pole. In order to create a lot of the megalithic structures that you've seen, like the pyramid complexes and everything else, you need a polar orbit.
How come we haven't been able to have a polar? You're saying something orbiting the Earth like from a up and down vertical?
Yeah, from pole to pole. So this is the Earth.
Instead of going around the equator,
right.
It's going the other. It's going.
We just got that. Maybe I think we ended up getting it official like in the late 1980s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this thing has been orbiting in a polar orbit from the 1950s. Everybody was looking up at the sky and tracking things in the sky as we were trying to go in the space race against Russia. And especially when Sputnik launched in 1960, everybody was looking up to the sky. Everybody was scanning the sky. We had some Mercury stuff going on. And the Black Knight satellite, the object itself is interesting because Epsilon Boötis comes up individually several times. So I looked into Epsilon Boötis. I'm like, well, let me research this place. Found out there's something called a void there. He didn't even know.
Okay.
There's a void there, but I'll show you now because I'll get up a little. Okay, on. So I'll go onto the video now because it was over 1 hour podcast for him.
Right. But yeah, that's been an interesting one so far. Well, Mr. Tim is about to sign out because he is absolutely napped and he can't keep his eyes open at all.
But I'm just going to show this bit and then I'm going to end it myself, I think. But yeah, all right, where are we?
Tired as anything. Honestly, never not felt so tired in all my life. Just opened up the window and
Right.
tonight was so interesting. I'm guessing that's interesting.
You're
I'm reading
welcome.
between the lines. Yeah, no worries.
Or,
Yes.
or entertaining.
Oh, entertaining. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, entertaining. Or entertaining, one or the other. I'm going with both. Screw it. We'll go with both.
Yeah. But yeah. Here we go. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in.
Let me see. Let me research this place. Found it when Sputnik launched in 1960.
Go.
Everybody was looking up
Here's
to
the
the sky.
bit.
Everybody was scanning the sky. We had some Mercury stuff going on, and the Black Knight satellite. The object itself is interesting because Epsilon Boötis comes up individually several times. So I looked into Epsilon Boötis. I'm like, well, let me research this place. Found out there's something called a void there.
Right, that's where the short ended. Right, you listen to this.
This void is called the Boötis void. It's the largest known void in the universe. It's not even dust in this area, going on for about 250 million light years or some crazy spanning number like that. And so I saw Michio Kaku, the famous theoretical physicist, talking about it. And he said that in that void, it looks like light's being bent around that area. And he says that we think that it's it could be a cloaked advanced civilization. And I was like, that's pretty interesting because the Black Knight is giving up this location. Now you're saying it might be a cloaked advanced civilization based on, theoretical physicist hypothesis. So I looked into it a little bit deeper and discovered that Boötis is owned by Enlil from the ancient Sumerian tablets. These beings owned planets and moons, and some even owned constellations. So I'm like, wow.
So there's in these tablets, it says there's a guy named Boötis who owns.
Enlil owns Boötis.
Oh, Enlil owns this Boötis void.
And Enlil was the ruler of the earth at that time. And guess what Enlil had in the tablets? He had the all-seeing eye. The Eye of Sauron, which has made it into the Lord of the Rings. He had the all-seeing eye. They copied that from the tablets. Wow. The Lord of the Rings tablets.
Oh my God.
So he can see, now listen to this. He can see population densities on the planet. He can see who had crops, who didn't have crops. He can see weather patterns all over the earth. And you can only do that with a polar orbiting satellite. Because as the Earth spins on its axis, the satellite's orbiting this way, and so as the Earth is, and as the satellite's orbiting this way, it's taking swaths of data, and it's scanning topography, it's scanning patterns, it's scanning everything you need, right? For barometric pressures and all that kind of stuff. You can see scanning densities. You can scan for population densities. All that can come from one satellite orbiting the planet in a polar orbit. He had that. He knew what was going on, and unfortunately, he was a pretty evil dude. If humans were getting too outrageous in one area or overpopulating an area, he would just have them killed. He would this is in the tablets, just kill them, kill 100,000, kill 200,000. He would dry their crops out. He would spray stuff on their crops and to dry them out so they can starve to death. All this kind of crazy stuff. This guy was just ruthless. He saw us just as animals. He didn't see us as real sentient beings. But this guy owned Boötis. So I said, wait a minute. So the more I dug into it, I realized that the Black Knight satellite is just object that is still orbiting our planet right now. It's on NASA's server. They call it space junk.
Space junk.
Yeah, they call it space junk. They don't know what it is. It's been there. The STS-88.
That explains shit, Jen. Yeah.
I'll
just say they didn't notice it was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
They call it space junk. They don't know what it is. It's been there. The STS-88 mission did a flyby and caught a great HD image of this thing. It's about estimated 15 tons.
It's in our orbit.
Oh yeah, it's in our orbit.
So it's not far out. It's not outer space. It's
no. It's at Lagrange point 4, I believe.
Okay.
And it's orbiting out there, and it's still there. They won't mess with it because it makes no sense to mess with it. You don't know what type of self-defense system or mechanism this thing may have. But the reason why I think it's important, based on what you were telling me about this gentleman, is because I believe that this thing is watching us. That's what the whole documentary is about. And I have 20 incredible researchers in the document, including quantum physicists in the documentary with me and astrophysicists. I think it's watching us, and I believe that it's using quantum entanglement to transmit everything in real time, what's going on Earth, back to home base at Boötis.
Wow.
And that this could be the grabby civilization that you're talking about that is watching and making sure we don't get too crazy because they don't want us to be a threat. They talked about us becoming a threat in the Sumerian tablets, in the myth of Adapa. They talked about it. They talked about it in the Atrahasis epic. They talked about it in the Epic of Gilgamesh. all these tablets, they talk about us potentially rising up and even superseding them, and making sure that we never found out that we don't need them. This is an ancient tablets, and now finding out that he is the constellation of Boötis is attributed to Enlil, and this thing gives off the signal to Boötis. And even in the NSA document, which is read in my documentary, it all comes together like, wow, what is going on here? So I think your guys' theory about grabby civilization, I believe it. I believe it 100%.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's a fascinating.
What do you think of that, then, everyone? I think I just opened Tim up for even more. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Tired. That's what I think. I think it's time for bed.
Isn't that interesting, though?
It is interesting, though, to be fair.
And then that's, oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God. OMG. I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, that is, yeah. That is an interesting watch, but yeah. Literally.
There's
you got a lot. They got a lot of videos to go through mine anyway, Jen.
Definitely is. There's a lot more going on than we realise. 100%.
And yes, so that Black Knight satellite, space junk, that's to put it down as. Why? Funny, isn't it?
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
It is. Yeah, everyone, make sure you're liked and subscribed and that. So I'm going to end the live here, everyone.
Excellent.
Yeah, share the live out and, well, share the video out when it's done. If you think anyone will be interested in it. But yeah, been another great live, I think. 2 years on YouTube. Which is crazy. See you later, everyone, and have a good night. And night, Jen.
Bye-bye. Love to you all. Bye-bye now. Love you
Bye-bye,
all.
everyone.
Go and sleep now.